Hello everybody, this is Ahmed Mousli, and today we're going to be talking about Wii Sports Club. I'm going to give you my basic impressions on the game basically. And before we get into that, we're going to lay down some facts on the game. First off, it's co-developed by Namco-Bandai, not purely from Nintendo Studios. Second of all is that you only get today tennis and bowling. The rest of the sports are going to get laid down within the couple of months of release. Third off is it has an interesting price structure in the sense that you could buy tennis by itself or bowling by itself with an unlimited access for $9.99, or get a day pass for much cheaper. Basically, like it's I think $2 per day in which you have unlimited access. Today, obviously, as soon as you download it, you get a free day, 24 hours demo to access anything you want. And when they roll in another sport within this year or next year, you're gonna get another free day when that sports rolls in. I'm not really sure if they're gonna add the Wii Sports Resort stuff, so we have to, I'll keep you updated on that. So from these factoids and from the gameplay footage you're gonna see eventually, you notice that Wii Sports Club is basically Wii Sports HD. It's an HD port, not remake, of Wii Sports for the Wii, with online play and a couple of Miiverse online community integrated options, which speaks very high numbers of the product. You know, it was announced very early, not very early, it was announced very late into the game. We didn't know this was coming until like 1 or 2 months ago. And it's obvious that Nintendo are just looking for anything and everything to raise Wii U sales and Wii U awareness and Wii U software. Wii Sports Club is an obvious, like, I don't want to say cash-in, but it does have these cash-in elements to it. And in the end, my impressions, it doesn't seem that it's not worth $9.99 per sport, because I didn't see any evolution compared to Wii Sports. All they're doing is just getting the same code, the same structure, and making a Wii U port for it with online play. That's it. Nothing really special. Each game has certain training modes. Tennis has like a couple of nice mini games in which you could put the ball through the rings. That's the classic one. And hitting certain objects and letting the duck follow you. Stuff like that. And bowling has a couple of the same, like reimaginations, or not your typical bowling per se. So with tennis, let's get to that. The obvious new thing, the mechanic with tennis is it's the first time it gets Wii Motion Plus support. The original tennis did not have that, so it was a bit finicky. With the Wii Motion Plus and Wii Remote Plus, you get a very nice, better, tightly, more suitable controls. But at the same time, it's unfortunate that Nintendo doesn't add more customized options to the controls, in which you could put the nunchuck in, or control your character with the nunchuck or the D-pad, control the trajectory of your swing. You have to, rely on time or timing of the swing. You can't like change your swing or make it stronger in order to maybe put the ball right or put the ball left. It all depends on timing, like the original Wii Sports. I don't know why they didn't upgrade these things. And you're forced to obviously have two characters or two double play in the ring. You can't do single play because it's obviously with the limited movement and the basic AI of the game, it's really hard to have 1 versus 1. You have to have double in order to cover the whole court with this easy integrated play. Bowling is bowling. Bowling is it was good in Wii Sports Resort, and this is basically the Wii Motion Plus version, same as Wii Sports Resort. It works well, the controls are well, it's turn-based, and again, nothing really to write home about. It just works more suitable than tennis. So finally we get to the online play. I obviously wanted to try tennis out most of all, because bowling is turn-based and it's easy to not notice any lag with turn-based online play. But tennis is real-time, so you have to check that out. Basically, with tennis, you'll see that in general you could pick your club per se, and this is a really limited option because Nintendo are still region locking certain games, certain online play, certain online functionalities to certain regions, which is really sucks and unfortunate. Why don't they add all the regions into one code of game? I don't know why they're not doing that. With the US, if you have the US Wii U, the US version, you only have the US states, and they put in the World Club, some stuff in Canada, some stuff in South America, and that's it. They don't bother to do anything else. I'm sure that the UK version is the same thing. They only focus on the UK areas, and that's it. Why don't they put everything into one game? Like, don't region lock these things. With a guy like me in the Middle East, my region is obviously the Middle East, or Saudi Arabia to be specific. We get our version of Nintendo products are based off the US, but they're manufactured in Asia. So they're NTSC but manufactured in Asia. But this is sort of contradictory in the sense that we still don't have support. There's nothing. We can't pick anything. All I could do is just pick World Club and pray that it works. So anyway, getting into tennis, at first I was very disappointed because the matchmaking is quick. I'll give it that. If you pick anyone, it's gonna be really quick. It gives you a match immediately, but you can't see who the opponent is before you get into the match. So if he has a 1-bar connection, you can't cancel or opt out. You have to fight him, which is really archaic in my opinion. I don't know why they didn't upgrade these options, put in rooms, give us more customization and online. But once you get into the groove of things and find some good matchups, I was surprised. I was kind of impressed in the sense that I'm in Saudi Arabia and I've been playing people in the US because they do have their clubs as US states, and I do get usually three bar connection, which is the yellow connection. It's not bad, but again, it's an iffy thing because the problem with playing tennis online is it relies on motion. And motion is harder to register online. There's always going to be lag. If you press a button, it's most likely that you're going to miss things because the lag or the timing between you pressing a button and then registering it online is going to be less compared to motion. So you're always getting lag, and as you can see with the footage, it was initially really hard very difficult to win a match, even with a 3-bar connection, because of the lag. I need to get used to the environment. But once I got some better matchups, it became better. But in the same time, like I said, it's nothing to write home about. Everything is basic, quick and dirty. There's basically nothing that blew my mind away compared to what it was 6-7 years ago. It was a free title packed in with the Wii. So it was a bigger novelty, more bang for your buck because it was a free title. Now you're getting $9.99 per sport, and so far with tennis and bowling, they do seem like quick and dirty ports, and it doesn't seem like Nintendo are going to add in more stuff via patches. All they're going to add is better optimization, better online. But I'm not really sure if they're going to add some better functionalities or the stuff that I suggested in these impressions. All they're going to add is either new sports or like optimizations. Another final thing before I sign off is you notice that when I was using the Wii Motion Plus, the cursor was flickering. I don't know why. It's very strange because I've been using the same distance with my TV. It never flickered with Pikmin 3. It never flickered with any other game. But as soon as you use Wii Sports Club, it's flickering. It's demanding me to decrease the distance between me and the sensor bar, which is really strange because no other game does that. With the Wii U, I've been sitting on my couch and the TV is sort of like, I could say, 4 meters away from me, around that distance, and it didn't give me any problems with any other game. It was okay. But with Wii Sports Club, it's sort of like telling me you have to sit closer. I don't know why. I hope they fix that with a patch or something. But in any case, these are my basic impressions. Obviously, it's not worth a review now because the full product isn't out yet. Nintendo, like I said, as you've seen with the footage, with the facts surrounding the title. It's still an incomplete game, and they are developing it as we speak. They were looking for anything to be released this holiday season, instead of just like depending on Mario by itself, which is surprising considering when I look at Wii Fit U, and I didn't review it or give any impressions of it, but I've been playing it for 1 week so far. I do have the the balance board. It's a much better port, and it's much better optimized, and it doesn't seem like a port to me. It's wrong for me to say port, because it does sound like it does seem to me like they added a lot of new features to the game, specifically that fit meter thing that you walk around with. Other than that, there's a lot of customization options in Wii Fit U. It was co-developed by Ganbarion, not purely developed by Nintendo, but they did a much better job of showing that it's a sequel. Compared to Wii Sports Club, it does seem like like 2 steps back from Wii Sports Resort. It's just basically HD porting everything. And I'm pretty sure boxing, from judging from what tennis is online, boxing is going to be a lot worse. It was the worst game on Wii Sports in the original Wii Sports, so I'm predicting that boxing it's not gonna work well online. But in the same time, this is a good this pricing model, the structure. This game is gonna please the casuals, people who loved Wii Sports on their Wii. They're gonna like this pricing model of Wii Sports Club, in a sense that you could just pay like $1 or $2 per day. If you have people over and you just want to play some local play for 24 hours. The price structure is interesting, but in terms of full price or unlimited access, I don't see as tennis being worth $9.99 or bowling being worth $9.99 just because they HD ported it and put in online play. It should have like slashed the price to $5 per game or $5 per sport. That will make it more reasonable, because it does look like a budgeted title in my opinion. There's not a lot of, it's exactly like Wii Sports. There's not a lot of frames of animation, not a lot of attention to detail. Very casual, basic looking game. And I don't know if Nintendo keeps on going that route, the Call of Duty syndrome route, in which they just put, quick and dirty ports of stuff that don't seem like full-fledged sequels, is gonna bite them back in the butt, in my opinion. They have to look at what they did with Wii Fit U. It's obvious that they spent a lot more time in developing that title compared to Wii Sports Club. And again, with a couple of their games, they've been doing that. It does seem like they're rehashing the same stuff. I do love Nintendo. I'm really looking forward to Mario 3D World, because this seems like their most original title in years, in my opinion. But at the same time, with their Wii Sports lineup, or their Wii lineup, I would like more originality and less rehashing. And hopefully Mario Kart 8 doesn't fall into that cycle in which they just rehash stuff. It does seem like they have some original things into the mix, but I want to see more originality. And I don't want to see rehashed things. I'd like it for nostalgia purposes, but Wii Sports isn't like a nostalgic title. It's like it was a casual game that was a very nice novelty when it was initially released for the Wii. But they really dropped the ball with Wii Sports Club, in my opinion. Yeah, the pricing structure and the release structure are very intriguing and really interesting experiments. I could put it at that. But from what I'm seeing now with tennis and bowling, I finished the whole thing in half an hour. I've completed everything that the game gave to me, basically, in half an hour. It doesn't seem like something that I'm going to be hooked into unless I do have some people in and they want to play something casually, that for local play. Online play, I'm just kind of disappointed because it's not fully optimized. They should look at games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, even Mario Kart 7. That's one of their flagship titles. Has a very robust, really nice online mode in which you could create communities, create your own groups, create your own rooms, look at matchups, see what you can do, stuff like that. But here, no. You just have to pick from your predetermined clubs, and either you get a good match when you pick with anyone, or either you don't get a good match and you have to cycle through menus, wait until the match disconnects. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't know why they're doing that. So yeah, that's my basic impressions with Wii Sports Club. It's not wise to give a full-fledged review for a game like this because its release schedule is sort of different. It's not a full-fledged title yet. It does seem like sort of in a demo. It's just giving you a tease of what they're gonna do. So yeah, my impressions are not really excited. Looking forward to Mario 3D World. I guess that's the game that's gonna really have me hooked into the Wii U. Pikmin 3 was a great game as well, and Wii Fit U, for what it is, they've done an excellent job in making it look like a sequel. But Wii Sports Club is a disappointment. And hope you've enjoyed my ramblings and impressions here. Look forward to more footage soon. If you guys want any more details, just comment, ask any questions. I'll try to be as informative as possible. Catch you later, dudes. Bye.
3-1.